Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the Nerd Empire. I hope you all are having a fantastic day today, and I hope you all will enjoy today's reaction video. With that being said, let's get right into it, shall we? But this video is by vaazkl, and it's called Funny Memes. So, let's get... I usually always like to add in reacting to videos so I have something to post on YouTube.
Kids doing this makes my heart melt. I thought her fingers had abs.
It does look like that. When I first saw this, I didn't realize it was little fingers. It genuinely looked like her finger had abs.
Kids doing this makes my heart melt. I thought her fingers had abs. Bro, my canned tuna. Tape, you need tape. I think John...
Oh, that sucks. You need, I don't know if it's magnetized. I don't know if it's, works with a magnet, but you need a fucking magnet or duct tape or something to pull it out.
Tom Gurm has got the right idea. You need to flip the house upside down.
Flip the house upside down. Or the other thing you can do is like get a knife and poke a hole in it and get like a fork and just pull it out.
If you can go and see anywhere in the world, where would you go? Japan! I made this awesome...
Honestly, I've wanted to visit Japan, mainly because I'm a weeb. I'm a nerd. The 90s bubblegum on a stick. Yeah. God, you're making me feel old Lavender. Yeah, I've wanted to visit Japan. It seems like a good place for a weeb to go.
Machine that can impersonate people and generate fake news. You just gotta feed it 10,000 puppies and 8 billion gallons of water a day to work. That's horrible. Shut it off. But John Shareholder would be sad.
Well, fuck the shareholder.
When you become a judge thinking it's going to be easy, but you genuinely send a jaywalker to the electric chair, and you record it and post it on YouTube. So apparently TSA does not love it when you put about 40 grams of creatine powder into an unmarked Ziploc bag. Correct.
Well, yeah, it looks like crack.
I am broken when my name is spoken. What am I? McDonald's ice cream machine. A study found that people who eat high-fat cheese were less likely to develop dementia and had lower rates of diabetes. Oh wow, the brain, which is high in fat, is healthy when you eat high in fat foods. Crazy. 8-year-old. Our weddings...
That's the thing that really sucks is when they did studies back in the day about fats and sugars, because the sugar research was they cherry picked the data for it, and instead of putting out that sugar was bad for you, they decided to convince people that fat was bad for you, when in reality it's actually good for you. It's a lot better for you than fucking sugar.
Expensive? Very. What if I run away to get married and don't invite anybody? Then you would be my favorite child. If you go out to dinner and still feel like smashing afterwards, the restaurant has failed. There's not a restaurant on earth that will keep me wanting from my wife. What about the restaurant of finding out she's been cheating on you after 20 years? What about that restaurant? Me asking a young child for ideas for a monster's ability. The most horrific description I've ever heard. Little kids will be like, they eat people's dreams by sticking a fork in their ears and twisting their brains up like spaghetti. And they'll eat all your happiness and put your brain back with just bad stuff. Like Tommy age 9 is going through.
Holy crap. Dude, that's diabolical.
It, math teachers, when you decide to not use their 900-step formula to calculate 3 plus 2. Show you're working!
I never understood that whole thing. It's like, why do I need to show my work? It's not like anything out in the real world cares if I show my work. They just want the fucking answer.
I don't remember ordering this item with my 2-topping medium pizza. Bro got a restaurant grade pizza cutter for free and has still got an attitude about it. I'll take it. Frost on my car window looks like a sketch.
Dude, that looks awesome. It does look like a sketch. It looks like a fucking valley with a cliff, trees. Kind of looks like a monster is coming out, but yeah, like the forest is back here. The grasslands right here. There's the cliff, the trees. Dude, that just looks so fucking cool.
It's beautiful. I have 15 years worth of outstanding library finds in 3 separate
Mother Nature is one of the greatest artists.
cities, and it's my hope that eventually a bounty hunter librarian will come to collect and we'll get into a bar fight and fall in love. As a person, I think this is funny, but as a librarian, this really annoys me.
Hang on. I need to read that again. I have 15 years worth of outstanding library finds in 3 separate cities, and it's my hope that eventually a bounty hunter librarian will come to collect and we'll get in a bar fight.
And fall in love. As a person, I think this is funny, but as a librarian, this really annoys me.
Dude, that sounds like the plot to a fucking manga. Or some, rom-com.
Lugia chewing undersea cables. This is the kind of stuff I imagine Pokemon champions get called in to handle. Like, yeah, we got a legendary Pokemon here that keeps messing up our infrastructure. Can you come do something about it? I wish that it was socially acceptable to remain mute and stare off into space during every social interaction. Thank God there's no chat.
Yeah, you kind of seen as crazy if you do that for some reason.
GPT rapped, "You declined in cognitive ability by 19 years. This guy literally dressed like his dead mum to get her $61,000 pension per year. I'm sorry, but he definitely would have fooled my hair."
That's actually really well done. Dude did a fucking good job, man. Although it is easy to tell the difference, but he actually did a pretty good job.
Which one is the mother? And also, if his mother's passed away, wouldn't he get the money anyway? Unless he...
You can tell that the one on the right is actually the dude dressing up as the mom.
has siblings. I don't know the whole situation. I don't think a childless homeowner should have to pay school taxes. As a childless homeowner, I absolutely want to pay school taxes because I don't want to live in a community of stupid people.
Well, sadly enough, even with schools, you have a society of fucking idiots.
So-called live streamers, and not a single one of them is currently fishing for bass. Pookie, I think you're at the wrong category on Twitch. What the hell is Twitch? I asked my 8-year-old if he liked my sleeveless blouse, and he said, "The color's fine, but I don't like public armpits." Public armpits. It's going straight to Goodwill.
The fuck is public armpits? I don't like public armpits. Is it just... Wait, is public... Does he mean like shirts and dresses and blouses that basically just have it so your armpits are just shown whenever you lift your arms or whatever? Public armpits. That is a new one. That's fucking hilarious.
Me, successfully convincing the firefighter that I won't die from this fire because I'm in the living room. Me, realizing...
Oh my god. Because I'm in the living room.
Convincing the firefighter that I won't die from this fire because I'm in the living room.
Dude, that is dad joke level humor. That is a dad joke right there.
Me, realizing I can pretend to be a 13-year-old girl to kidnap 200 predators and make my own Squid Game. Nothing is stopping me from doing...
Oh my god. Me realizing I can pretend to be a 13-year-old girl to kidnap 200 predators and make my own. Oh. I don't know how I feel about this. On one hand, I think it's a fucking ingenious idea. On the other hand, I don't think it's morally right to entrap people like that. I'm conflicted. Fucking genius idea, though. My God. Yeah, it does seem like a lot of work and a lot of money.
This. Guys, I'm gonna do this, but the only way you'll ever know if I'm doing this is if you're a predator, so don't try and find out if I'm doing Matthew Lillard had no idea who William Afton was and thought he had auditioned for the purple guy sprite. I thought I was gonna be purple. Jury duty is such a wild concept. The government says, call off work, champ. We need you to help solve a murder. Here's $15.
Huh. It ain't easy being purple. You know, if they're gonna call on regular everyday civilians to be the jury, you could at least pay them more than $15. That doesn't seem like a very good incentive.
What happens if you were to just say no? Like, I'm good. Would you then be in trouble off suspicion? My girlfriend is taking an online course to learn how to
Hang on. Can you say no to jury duty? Hey Siri. Can you say no to jury duty?
I don't see jury duty in your contacts. Who do you want to message?
Never mind.
Okay, cancelled.
Well, that wasn't any help.
Okay.
I avoided it by moving. Let me Google that here. Let me see. Can you say no to jury duty? No, you generally can't just say no to jury duty. It's a civic duty with potential penalties for failure to appear, but you can request an exemption or postponement for specific valid reasons like medical issues, significant financial hardship, primary caregiver responsibilities, being over a certain age, or recent jury service requiring you to formally contact the court with documentation. Simply not showing up is a misdemeanor and can lead to fines or jail time, so you must follow the court's procedures to be excused or deferred. Huh. Interesting.
for autistic children. An suspicion? My girlfriend is taking an online course to learn how to care for autistic children, and every time she completes a module, she just stares at me like this.
Uh-oh.
The girl said she knew a spot for our first date, and she took me to Costco. She took you to an exclusive members-only restaurant with a limited menu. Some people pay top dollar for that.
Dude, that pizza looked good. Dude, that looks really good. That looks delicious, honestly. I would love that. Honestly, if I went on a date with a girl and she suggested to go to Costco to get a pizza like this, fuck man, I'd immediately go because I fucking love pizza. It's honestly one of the greatest foods to ever be invented.
I'll pay top dollar for that. I lined my mum asking if the cat back home is doing well, and the picture she sent me.
That is adorable. The cat has a flat pig for a pillow and a tiny blanket. That is so adorable. Oh my god, I love this. Oh, that is nice. I like this. The cat is living it, yeah.
The cat is doing so well. 7-year-old me looking at a random window miles away to make it clear to the sniper he isn't slick. Yeah, I see that glare. I see that sniper glare in the, in the corner of my eye. I see it. Jim Henson's original sketch of Kermit, 1955. Got it in one. No workshopping, no nothing. A perfect little man. First try. For the amount of meat you can get out of a clam, I feel like we should just leave them alone. He looks so sad. Did you yell at him? Please don't yell on him. He's my baby. Horses are a great pet for anyone who's ever wished their bicycle could make bad choices. Screw you!
Horses are a great pet for anyone who ever wished their bicycle could make bad choices. Somebody made a horse account just to say fuck you. It says a horsey. Oh, that is so good.
Horses have made very good choices for most of humanity. I like horses, respect them. My intrusive thoughts won. All you did was eat a donut. That's not an intrusive thought. If my intrusive thoughts won, I would be on the news. People need to stop using intrusive when I think they mean impulsive. Yep, that's true.
Yeah. You gotta love these kind of... Yeah. I think people, a lot of the times nowadays, confuse intrusive with impulsive.
Pretty true. Why would a bug spend such a long fraction of its short life immobile on my ceiling beats me? This is how God must feel when he sees us scrolling on our phones.
I feel attacked. Should I feel attacked on this? I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I feel called out though.
Dollar General is the Waffle House of convenience stores. I said what I said. How Family Dollar employees be when you pull up. How your dad looks at you when you don't want to help him move 100,000 pounds of dirt at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. I was dating this girl and...
As a kid, I probably would have loved to do that because when I was a kid, I wanted so badly to just out of nowhere try and dig the biggest and deepest hole I could, just for the sake of digging a hole. And I think that goes for like the vast majority of men. For some reason, like if you give us a shovel, we kind of want to dig a hole. And I don't know why, but we just want to dig a hole.
She said, I'm not sharing a straw with you. Ma'am, I have done the deed with you. Congrats on the deed. This guy just wanted to tell Twitter he's done the deed. I received a $100 million trust fund at 18 and turned that into 1.3 billion by making my coffee at home and inheriting another 1.2 billion. The worst part of being a good listener is that people get creeped out by the information I've retained about them just from listening. How do you know that about me? You told me. Wow, Gmail's auto-reply has gotten really good. Hi Nathan, just wanted to know what you wanted for Christmas. I would like a carton of eggs for Christmas. I would like a carton of it. You would like...
I would like a carton of eggs. What the hell? Why would I want eggs for Christmas? I just tell my mom, my dad, my grandma, just give me money. That's it. Just give me money, because it's just anything I want to get, I already get it for myself. So just give me a card and money in the card. That's it. You don't need to get me anything. Just give me money and I'll get it myself.
like 2 cartons of eggs. My son is fine. Your son is completely unfazed by life or death situations, but panics like he's being hunted for sport when someone merely flirts with him.
It's because we're not used to being flirted with, so we panic. A lot of us guys have no idea what to do when we find out someone's flirting with us, so we end up panicking because we're not used to it.
You count calories for the first time and realize you've been eating like a family of 4 all your life. You only just realize that now? If you're eating like a family of 4, you must be humongous.
I eat enough probably for 2 or 3 people.
Which jobs are 100% safe from AI? I'm a hairdresser. I don't expect to be replaced by AI anytime soon. That said, it does make our lives a little more frustrating, considering there are a number of people who bring us AI-generated images of hairstyles that are physically impossible. Can everyone give me a hack for getting energy quick that isn't caffeine, isn't a nap, isn't working out, isn't a snack, isn't drugs? Hearing your pet make heaving sounds in a carpeted room.
Hang on, what does it say? Can everyone give me a hack for getting energy quick that isn't caffeine? Isn't a nap, isn't working out, isn't a snack, isn't drugs. Oh, I know this feeling. Hearing your pet making eating sounds in a carpeted room. I have a cat. I know this feeling. It fucking sucks. It's easier when she throws up in the kitchen because it's basically it's not carpet, so it's easy to clean up. This is also why I keep my bedroom door closed, so she doesn't go in there and throw up on my fucking bed.
Booking flights on a phone is crazy. That is a laptop activity. The most millennial trait is big purchases must happen in a big laptop screen. My girl got the nerve to cook dinner with the same pot she beat me with.
What the fuck? Waking up at 4 in the morning to that. Oh god, that sucks. What part of the body was she beating you with the pot for it to dent like that? The only thing I can think of is the head, and I don't know if a head is, you know, what the hell?
This is a cartoon relationship. She must have hit you quite hard. Got the job market right where I want it. Hi Thomas. Your experience as a CEO and customer service representative could serve well in this bartender role. Does it bother you that I call you mum? If it does, I can stop anytime. I definitely prefer mum to dad or daddy. Can I call you Aunt Margaret? I'm cool with that. A Tic Tac for breakfast, a Tic Tac for lunch, and 3,000 calories for dinner minutes before bed.
Just like this giant meal before bed. It's like the only thing you have the entire day.
Plugged 3 consoles into 1 AV port for maximum gaming.
Oh my god.
In the game dome. I have absolutely no idea who this dude is. Just wandered in, choosing to read this from the POV of the cat. My dad summed up in...
It was the cat distribution system. He is now the owner of the cat.
One exchange. The stew your mum is making for dinner tonight is concerning. Can you surprise us with some tacos on your way home from work? Mission accomplished. My dad acting surprised. He's a very good actor. We should get him a show.
The stew your mom is making for dinner tonight is concerning. She actually got the tacos. Oh my god. How concerning is the stew the mother is making that the father has to ask their kid to bring in fast food? Does the stew look like death? Oh my god.
the skinwalker, pretending to be my dog, watching me douse my meat. Unemployed people are so puppy-coded. Like, oh, you slept all day while I was at work, and now you're happy I'm home to play games with you? Okay. My Mexican mom said
That sounds like a golden retriever, dude.
they probably swapped me with some Russian woman's kid at the hospital. Somewhere out there in Siberia is a brown kid who wants nothing more than to eat a quesadilla. Doesn't baby swaps happen quite often, or
I think, how often is babies? I think it's like, you know, I'm going to Google that. I'm curious. How often do baby swaps happen? It's very rare for babies to actually go home with the wrong parents due to strict hospital protocols, but temporary mix-ups where a baby is given to the wrong mother in the hospitals are more common, potentially affecting many newborns, some say 1 in 4 at times. Though precise numbers are hard to get as incidents aren't always reported, while some sources suggest thousands of misidentifications happen annually, confirmed instances of long-term swaps are extremely rare, with few documented cases. Man, 1 in 25%. Damn. That really sucks.
not often, but too much. Was going through some of my health
Yeah, just one time is one too many.
records, and some doctor put dresses oddly next to my psychotic symptoms. Hey, screw you, man. Symptoms, no drip. My wife eats nerds, one
No drip.
little nerd at a time. That's insane. I eat nerds the correct way, by pouring the whole box into my mouth and nearly choking to death.
I've done. I haven't poured the entire box in my mouth before, but I've poured like maybe a third, if not half of it, into my mouth at a time. Nerds are delicious, but my God, do they get into your teeth so fucking easily.
The phrase, no amount of skill will protect you from the sheer luck of a chronic idiot, popped into my head, and if that ain't a big mood, I don't know what is. Dungeons and Dragons, a summary.
Yeah, well, yeah. The huge sugar crunch, pretty much. No amount of skill will protect you from the sheer luck of a chronic dumbass. Oh my, okay, I have to send this to my brother. Because he's a DM for his group for D&D, and this this is just fucking perfect. I had to take a picture of it because I have to send this to my brother. This is too good not to send to him. It's too good not to share.
Me watching my bro's phone start blasting his goofy R ringtone while we're sitting with 10 out of 10 goth baddies. You got Snap?
A goth baddie. Ooh.
I have an address where you can send me roses and love letters. Act grown when you joined the army to get your college tuition paid for. But you low-key realize you were genuinely born for this. Humanity in 2347, when a solar flare wipes out the AI systems, and no one knows how to boil water without asking ChatGPT.
I can confidently say I have never once used ChatGPT. I don't have the app. I've never brought it up on my computer. I've never brought it up on my phone. So I have never used ChatGPT before. If I want to know something, I just fucking Google it.
Showed up to my story at a Buddhist temple and accidentally.
Oh, hang on. My brother's calling me. Hello.
Hey, so that picture.
I instantly thought of it because I know you're a DM of D&D. So
Hey, I'm about to get to that. You're not wrong. I can sum it up even more.
oh,
Yes. And I don't even have to use words. It's a simple matter of just going,
what? Just sighing?
yup. And because of a culmination of people, even including you, I've gotten so good at facial expressions that I can visualize my frustration simply by looking at somebody. I've legitimately figured out how to sigh with my own eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm currently streaming right now and I'm reacting to a video. I saw that pop up. It's just like instantly when it said D&D, a summary, I was like instantly thought of you. And I was like, this is too good not to take a picture of and send it to you. Cause I figured you'd get a kick out of that.
Yup.
So I was like, I have to pause. I have to take a picture of it and I have to send it to my brother.
Did you include that in your reaction by saying, "Hey, on, folks, I gotta pause this for a minute to send this to my brother"?
Oh yeah, and they're my stream can actually hear you because you're on speaker.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I want to know.
Are you at work?
No, you sent the message just as I pulled into my driveway.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get back to my stream. Then.
Hey, folks, I found this D&D picture. It's great. Give me a moment. My brother deals with dumbasses. I want his response.
All right. You just go to sleep or go eat or do your homework or whatever.
Hey, you want to do my homework for me?
No, I'm never doing your fucking homework for you.
Why not? All you gotta do is you just gotta
I am not.
do
No.
15 different Excel fucking spreadsheets, write a 6 to 8 page paper, and have it all due by the 31st.
No, I'm not doing that. That's your work.
No, I'm gonna go eat steak, ramen noodles, and go to bed.
All right. Well, you go and do that. I'm gonna get back to my stream.
Alright, learn to sigh better.
Fucking idiot for a brother, I swear to God. He's a giant smart ass. I love him, but he's a giant smart ass.
Water without asking ChatGPT. Showed up to my story at a Buddhist temple and accidentally dressed like a monk today. And the monk thought this was the funniest thing ever. So now we have like 3,000 photos to prove he wore it better. POV. Me in 70 years at 3 a.m. in the nursing home and I hear a chest in the next room when your homeboy is so dumb to.
I wish I had a better relationship with my brother. Oh. Well, I would say, for me and my brother, our relationship kind of improved a lot as soon as we were out of, I would say, out of high school. I mean, we still cared enough for each other, but we fought a lot more when we were in school. But, you know, as soon as we grew up, we're a lot better with each other. I mean, we don't really talk that much with each other, but we get along really well, and we always we have quite a bit in common, especially when it comes to like games and especially anime and manga and such. Like he'll update me on stuff that's going on with like One Piece, and if he wants to know stuff about that time I got reincarnated as a slime, he asked me about it because I've listened to the audiobooks for the light novels. But yeah, we get along really well. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. My drink ran out. My drink. If I were a Goku, my brother would be Vegeta. He wasn't to be better than me always. I just wanted to be a goofball. I got ice cream. Okay, we get back to the video now.
I'm in the nursing home, and I hear a chest in the next room when your homeboy is so dumb to the point you physically can't put your anger into words.
I've never had this because I've never really, I would say I've never really had any true friends. So I've never had a homeboy. So I wouldn't know about this.
How it feels to watch YouTube on the TV and play with your nuts for an hour instead of gaming or scrolling on the phone. I mean, you're much more productive doing
I'm not commenting on this one. No comment.
this. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. You don't have enough hate in your heart, brother. How I feel at college after the only conversation I've had for a month with someone was them asking, "Is this seat taken?" Me resisting
They calling you out.
the urge to say, "I ate it." Whenever someone asks me about something they lost, if you're a guy and you're struggling right now, just remember nobody cares, and it does get worse. We care, come on.
I'm not going to get into it with this one. It's a giant whole thing that I can get into, and it's just going to make the video much longer, so we're not going to get into this one.
Bro, I hate living next to a tavern. They always have the worst singers performing on Saturdays. Posts that an elf would also write. My life is a joke. I live 2 minutes from a castle in one direction and the old town market in the other. You can see remnants of the old walls in part of the town. Our library used to be the medieval town hall. We have a 500-year-old fairy tree overlooking the entire valley, and I don't have any elves to smash. The transition from sodium lighting to LEDs. Johnny, or your elves to smash. The transition.
I think this was horrible. This was a horrible idea. I think the sodium lighting is something we should have kept. The LED just it's horrible.
From sodium lighting to LEDs.
I think the sodium lighting it looks a lot better than the LED lighting.
Johnny, all your answers are
Especially if you look at it from the street perspective. You see the sodium lighting versus the LED, and the sodium lighting just looks a lot better than the LED lighting.
correct on your math assignment, but where is the work for how you got the answers? I don't have $7,000. Can you go lower? Okay, fine, 6,800. 6,503 of these. My mum has a Temu shopping addiction, but also has very good taste. So things happen such as the bolt covers on the downstairs toilet to small ceramic birds.
So you want birds covered in piss and shit. and hair.
Wow, do we have the same mum? Although my mum has a shopping addiction to candles. My marriage has never been hard work. My wife literally lowers my blood pressure by walking into the room. Confirmed and observed by a nurse at the hospital. Professionals who enter people...
Dude, do you realize how in love this guy is with his wife when even the hospital has confirmed that his blood pressure lowers when his wife walks into the room? Do you realize how in love this guy is with his wife? See, I want this when I marry somebody. I want even my blood pressure to go down because I am so in love with the woman that I decided to marry.
The hospital. Professionals who enter people's homes. Plumbers, electricians, cleaners. What is something the condition of a house tells you about the owner that they don't realize they're revealing? People who have the least are the ones who offer you a drink or food. A man walks into his bedroom and sees his wife packing a suitcase. He asks, "What are you doing?" She replies, "I'm off to New York. I read that women there get paid $400.
I want that too tenfold. Yeah.
For doing what I do to you for free." Later on her way out, the wife walks into the bedroom and sees her husband packing his suitcase. "Where are you going?" she asks. "I'm coming with you. I want to see how you live on $800 a year." Inside you, there are two cinephiles. The film lacked theatric nuance and didn't challenge me as a viewer. Wow, that was fun. My dad told me to quickly switch on the TV so my cat can watch Zootopia. My cat is all alone watching Zootopia. I hate it here. Boy, I hope my PTO got approved. When my family is laughing at me at dinner, but my sister with a secret boyfriend is laughing a little too hard. This is when I start saying, "Don't you have something to say? Doctor, could there be anything causing your chronic back pain?" Me, every night in my bed.
Oh God, yep. You have to go in weird positions just for your pet.
Me forcing the "I don't care" mindset on myself, even though I'm the most sensitive person and worry about everything. It's important to...
Especially the cats. When they lay on you or they're in between your legs, you cannot fucking move. You have to wait until they move. And you're just laying there thinking, for the love of God, please move. Because you want to change positions or you just want to get up.
Always have something to look forward to, no matter how big or small. Computer fans start going crazy. Open Task Manager to check what is happening. Fans immediately stop. I'm old enough to remember when Apple's branding was based pretty much 100% on the headphone wires. Would she date her looks equivalent? Update, this girl is threatening to sue me for the post below. I'm babysitting for a new family trying to bond with the 3-year-old. So I asked him how old he is, and he said, 3. So I replied, "Cool, when are you going to be 4? And the guy said, "When I'm done being 3, and walked away. Alright, you clever bastard. This means war."
Mine, I just threw on my back. Little kids are funny because they're like little drunks. They can't help but say what's on their mind, and because they have no fucking filter. So if you want to know the truth, ask a little kid because they're gonna fucking tell you.
I had a really messed up dream. P&F related. Sorry, but Phineas and Ferb were not in it. When I was a teen, I went to the doctor for my crooked spine. He said, "You have scoliosis, but I'm not going to put scoliosis on your chart because then legally you can't be a policeman, firefighter, or astronaut. I don't want to do any of that." Well, you never know. Real talk. Spending 365 days without seeing yourself in the hospital, prison, or cemetery is something to thank God for. Being in my 20s is weird.
I don't think it's something to thank God for. I think it's just you having fucking common sense.
I feel 17, but then I meet someone who is 17 and realize I'm definitely not 17 anymore. The funniest thing to do as an older sibling is to add S onto stuff your younger sibling plays. Oh, you're booting up Pokemons? You're booting up Fortnite on the Switch? Skyrims? Because it's the closest thing humans have to a rage spell. OP, you are missing the power of the, as in the Pokemon, or the Fortnite. Hell, I just say the Costco and everyone around me loses their mind. So we've been going out for a while, and he did this before picking me up.
It's like an old person thing when you're doing that. You playing on the Pokemans, on the Fortnites. It's like an old boomer saying shit because they don't understand what the fuck it is.
Up today. He gave you an option of polling. You need 5 minutes, you're ready, you're going as fast as you can, leave me alone, you hate me. My unpopular opinion. I actually do not desire to see technology advance any further. That's a pretty...
Honestly, I would love to see flying cars like in The Fifth Element. But at the same time, I would also be terrified of having flying cars because there are idiots who don't even know how to drive when they're on the fucking ground. I can't imagine how horrible of a driver they're going to be when they're flying in the fucking air.
Hot take, yeah. I want to see humans get better, improve things. Would STIs be eliminated if everyone stopped doing the deed for 100 years? Humans would be eliminated. My boss denied me a raise before my shift today. What's some music you have never wanted to hear in a coffee shop? I don't know, just make sure to play the same thing over and over and over again. Maybe the McDonald's beeping noise? Babysitting, and the 4-year-old asked me why I'm getting married. I told...
Play the song Friday for the entire day that the shop is open for 1 week straight. I guarantee you everybody's gonna fucking hate you. Friday, it's Friday. Fuck off. Yeah, I remember working in retail. It sucked.
because I'm in love and I'm going to make cute babies like her. She straight up looked at my face and said,
"Don't ever bring your gross babies into my nice house."
a lesson I learned this year is that a person's capacity for growth is directly linked to how much truth they can face about themselves without running away. Squishmallow
Hang on.
is directly linked to how much truth they can face about themselves without running away.
A lesson I learned this year is that a person's capacity for growth is directly linked to how much truth they can face about themselves without running away. Huh. I've never thought of that. But yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Huh. Damn. That really got me thinking.
Squishmallow law is wild. What do you mean this avocado is a defense attorney? Southwest emails. Want to get away for $49? Search results. That'll be $691, big dog. It's the same with airlines.
You want a flight for $30? Now once you've went through adding all the additional things you don't have a choice on saying no to, it's now $500.
Not now, kitten. Daddy is identifying 5 things he can see, 4 things he can touch, 3 things he can hear, 2 things he can smell, and 1 thing he can taste.
Ugh. They made a shiver go down my spine by him just saying, "Not now, kitten. Daddy is whatever." It's just, no. No, thank you. Please don't ever say that again. $300 just for getting past TSA. Fuck. I've never been on a plane, so I don't know any of this. I've never flown anywhere.
Why does this generation seem to be so against having kids? Even animals reduce or completely stop reproduction when the environment is unfavorable.
Why does this generation seem to be so against having kids? Because it's fucking astronomically expensive to have kids. And it feels like our government is actively making things more expensive. And it's even more difficult to have kids because, hell, I want kids. I want at least 1 or 2 kids. But I can barely afford to keep myself alive. How does society expect me to bring kids into this when I can barely keep myself alive?
My dad's newest girlfriend introduced herself as Cinnamon with an S, and I've been calling her Cinnamons all afternoon, and she will not correct me. You snooze, you lose. Anti-nap propaganda, changing it to you snooze, yay, yippee. Evilest guy I knew was 6'4", and he would go around at parties telling women with boyfriends that he was 6 foot.
Hang on, evilest guy I knew was 6'4" and would go around at parties telling women with boyfriends that he was 6 foot. That is evil. Dude, that is diabolical. Oh my god. That is an evil thing to do. I mean, come on. You can't do that to people who are actually 6 foot. That is such a... that you are an evil bastard for that one.
The woman on the subway who yelled at...
I am not 6 foot. I wish I was, but I'm not. And that is fucking evil. That would be like, I'm 5'8", which is the average height of men. The average height of a male is 5 feet and 8.1 inches. So I'm about average height. That would be like me going up to people who are 5'4" and me saying I'm 5'4". That is fucking horrible. That is evil.
None of this is real. None of us exist. When you touch an unaware cat and it goes, meep. Tinkerbell doesn't make this noise, and I only found out cats do this 3 years ago. Tinkerbell never makes this noise. Is it because she's just hyper aware? But it was when I went on holiday and I was stroking a few cats. I realized, why is this cat making the meep noise every time I touch it? I had to look it up. I was wondering what's wrong. Guess who turned 30? That's right, the world's oldest documented cat. Her name is Flossie. She was born astray in Liverpool in late 90s.
Holy fuck. That is an old ass cat. Cat's probably thinking, just kill me.
1995. My Italian grandfather barely speaks English, but I can tell he's upset that I won't come over and have a beer with him. I already told you, I'm doing dry January. What is it again? I'm not drinking alcohol for the entire month of January. I know, understand. January already miserable month. Why you make it worse? Your grandfather is...
9 Lives are really hitting it up. Yeah, fucking A, man.
He's a funny guy, but he's not a good influence on you. When you pull up to see a fast food drive-thru and see a 60-year-old man working, suddenly nothing is funny anymore. I had a 72-year-old coworker one day fall on the floor. I helped him up and he was out of breath, and I asked, "Woody, why don't you go home and rest?" He told me straight up, "I can't afford to." I told him I would cover his area and work, just sneak off a nap in the car. He thanked me. I left that job a year later, and I heard he died on the production floor from overwork. I hate to say it, but my relationship did in fact get 100 times better once I started focusing on showing appreciation for all the things my partner was doing, and stopped nagging about the things he wasn't. When you...
See? Yeah, don't nag at people. Don't nag at people for the things they don't or can't do.
You ask God for a sign, and she brings you to this restaurant. Hotel receptionist working on something beautiful. Nice and cute bunnies. Men will see this and get...
My PC went poof, so I finished the video on my phone. Well, damn, that sucks.
Motivated. After Gen Z overthrew the government, Nepal elects its new prime minister via a Discord vote.
Via a Discord vote?
The most Gen Z sentence I've ever read. She isn't happy. Don't call my husband sweetheart. You're not getting a tip. Another The what not to do moment brought to you by Facebook. Our first house and our first apartment. We're gonna trace what the key looks like, so if anyone wants to copy it, they can. When the genie says no infinite wishes, so I wish for him to have short-term memory loss and just keep reminding him I still have 3 wishes.
Dude, that is a 5-head move. Dude, that is a smart move. Oh my god. That's 5-head right there. I honestly would have never thought to make that kind of wish. There was another person I saw a clip of. The guy said to the genie that his first wish was, I wish for you, excuse me, I wish for you to grant my second wish after my third wish. And the genie said, okay. And the second wish was, I wish for you to pick up the lamp and wish me free. And the genie was like, okay. And the third wish was, I wish to be an all-powerful genie. And when he did that, I was like, damn. That is more than 5-head. That is a hell of a way to grant wishes. Oh, excuse me.
Don't ignore the happy little onion, and you will have the best year ever. Honestly, I can't afford to mess around anymore. I see you, happy little onion. The coolest bookmark doesn't exist. That is so cool. I got
Dude, that's creepy but awesome.
my green bean casserole prepped.
I'm sorry. Hang on.
I thought the coolest bookmark doesn't exist. That is so cool. I got my green.
Look, I like green bean casserole as much as the next person, but that there is such thing as too much. And that is too fucking much. Jesus Christ. That is a lot. Well, that is the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I post videos 3 to 5 days a week here. I also post videos over on my other channel for gaming as well. So please make sure to give that a look-see. See if you enjoy that as well. I also stream anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week as well. Links to all my social medias will be on my YouTube page. And with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.